Hey guys, Status here with Chainbreaker's Garden. Today we're talking about herbs. We finally finished the herb patch that's over there. It's a mixture of this and that, this, that, and the third, and all that stuff. So I figured we'd show you guys. We're almost all the way planted. We've had some missteps here with lettuce and spinach and the Carolina heat and the New Carolina rain and the New Carolina frost. So that's kind of that has thrown my growing of lettuce all the way off. So we gotta readjust. But before we go over to look at the herb, let's say hello to Brother Fig. I'll say hello to Brother Fig. Uh, he was $7. I figured I'd buy him. I don't know how great he looks. I think he's got potential, and I'm pretty sure they grew him. I'm not sure. It could have been from seeds. It looks like it's more from a cutting. But it was $7. I didn't make a video on that just because this is not my wheelhouse. It's not my wheelhouse. This is not something I use. Just a mixture of potting mix, compost, black cow, and feather meal, and a little bit of Epsom salt. I just treat it how I treat every other potted plant or deciduous fruit tree that I have that I've worked with before, but that's not my wheelhouse. Potted plants is not me. They're for more experienced and more brilliant gardeners scattered across YouTube that know a whole lot more about that. I'm more of the ground type, so that's why I didn't share a video on it. I thought it would have been a great video to share, but I was like, no, I don't want to lead. Might not know what I'm doing. So I just treat it like regular. Y'all go check a bunch of other people out. Over here we got pineapple sage. I'm very fond of sage, so it was great to have this pineapple sage here. This is not your typical sage, but I have some clary sage growing indoors, so hopefully we'll get it out here at some point in time. But it grew really easily though, so you can just throw it on the ground and like it takes off. Got a mixture of silver and lemon thyme here. These almost fell victim to me by buying plants and not planting them and just letting them sit in the back and just kind of dry out and stuff. So hopefully they bounce back. That's silver thyme here, and this should be, yeah, that's lemon thyme. Next, a friend of mine at work gave me some ground cherries. So ground cherries, of course, is related to the, if I'm not mistaken, it's in the nightshade family. They have these little fruits in them that grow paper maches around the outside of them, and inside is the little cherry. I think it's like a pineapple kind of thing going on. I've never had one, and I've never grown one. It is a nightshade family, so it's not all that particular fussy, unlike its cousins, the tomatoes and eggplants. They can be really fussy if you really, they come up really easy, but then if you really want to get a nice tomato, it's kind of tricky. But I don't think nightshade is that way. Just like the tomato and the eggplant, they get really large. So something, I hope I don't have to stake it, but it may have to be staked. Rosemary, of course, I love rosemary. This is another big perennial. Well, that, of course, ground cherry is not a perennial. And this, of course, is not much to say. I mean, it fell victim to me as well. Bought two of them. One like dried out in a day. I guess I should have watered it a little better. And but this one didn't. And it's been very kind to sit back there in the other garden in the motherland and just sort of hang out. Stevia, of course, is a plant I was really interested in. I read up on it over the winter, and I figured I want to put something in the garden. It likes a good wet foot, though, and it gets about a foot tall. The wet foot issue is not that big of a concern, being in this clay soil. I just have to keep it moist. This landscape fabric, of course, keeps our soil underneath pretty wet, so I don't have an issue with that as of yet. But got a couple of them, and then, of course, we ended off with lemongrass. And great flavor, something I hope we can do more with. It's going to get large as heck, so I'm going to have to probably end up subdividing it in the future. And my daughter picked that one out, and I've been I find that kids, when they pick stuff out, it normally does really well. They're more in tune with the infinite, you know what I'm saying, than we are as adults. But we're gonna have to subdivide them out. I would love to do some nice teas and stuff in mints. Like I got a ton. I've got like 6 things of mint growing in the front of the house that need to be transplanted. They've taken it over, and we may flip over there. We may walk over there in a minute, and I'll show you them. That's about it for today. Oh, man, look at, oh my God, look at these watermelon, y'all. Look at them. They don't look too bad. They're not too shabby. I've never grown these 2 types, but I figure it's just a watermelon. So I mean, it ain't gonna be that damn difficult. I can't do weeds though. And check these tomatoes out, y'all. I thought we were behind. I see everybody else with all the pretty tomatoes. I'm like, man, we're not gonna make it. And we got any pests here? Let's see, what is that? No pests. So we're gonna be okay. I just kept seeing everybody with that tomatoes. All the tomatoes look really good. People making salads and whatnot. I'm like, man, come on, tomatoes. Make your boy look like you know what he's doing, and they're growing really well. Like I said, we've had some issues with lettuce. I've gone back to the drawing board on that, and hopefully we can flip the script on that. But we're done with arugula. Arugula is great. Oh, this other technique that we were using with these lacinato kales, covering them up with just the fabric. I'm okay with it. We've had mixed results. This is lacinato, and they do really well in this soil regardless. But I think they grow okay here. So we're gonna go through, find out where our little seedlings didn't do so hot. We're choked out by grass and whatnot. On this side, we definitely caught the dickens, because on this side, we didn't do a lot of, when we did the solarization with the plastic, on this side over here, we didn't give this side enough time to really burn up the grass. So I'm catching heck on this side. And going forward, that's something we'll have to work on. And but once we get all the rest of that stuff over there planted, which we're almost done, then we'll focus on working on the back section, which where we will hopefully have bees going into the future. A hive next year, hopefully. Fingers crossed on that one. We haven't made a video in a while because we've had, like, I don't know if I said it earlier, but we've had some family events going on, so we've had some family celebrations and trips and stuff like that. So we haven't had an opportunity to really make a good video here or there. But that's definitely in the works, trying to get everything set up so I can see how everything looks going forward, to where if this will be sustainable for bees and producing high quality honey. We got that patch over there with the high clover, which I guess we can walk over there and see it. And which gives me hope that when we do get the bees, we'll have some really high quality honey. So I'm gonna walk over there and give me 1 second, guys. We're almost at 10 minutes. This is the clover patch, and this gives me great hope, because this is what we want to do. I want to fuel the bees with a good sustainable source that not only is good for them but also good for my soil. So the honey combined with the peas, I believe will give us a great source for honey next year. And also we got some giant onions growing in here too. But that's it for today, guys. I pray the atmosphere that you're moving, that you're building, and that you're growing in is nothing but God. I pray you and your family remain covered. Amen. We'll get it again some other time, guys. Y'all got a lot of stuff to do. We ain't got much time. Thank you, airplane and dog. Peace.